This is the L2C Media Network, and this is the Steve Baxley Sports Final brought to you by the L2C Media Network. Now, with the details and headlines and everything else in the day in sports for late Saturday, October 10th, early Sunday morning, October 11th, here's Steve Baxley. Hey, thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. How was your sports day? Glad you're with us for hopefully most of it. We got your college football scoreboard. The rabbi will have his predictions for you. And if that's not enough, we got a lot of, some auto racing. They were not just laughing in the rain, they were lapping in the rain. That's right. It was a day to remember at the Roval in Charlotte. Right now, it's a day to remember that kind of October in sports. Let's get to it, shall we? I'll give you some of the headlines we got for tonight and go into some detail. And boy, what details we got tonight, kids. Let's get you over to the National Football League and tell you what has happened tonight. And the Chiefs and Bears, we may have a little problem. So, in fact, I think there we go. Let's pop it up, boys, so we can read this. Well, while the NFL is seeing both the Tennessee Titans and New England Patriots return to their facilities and apparently trending in the right direction following battles with COVID-19, more positive tests have sprouted up around the league, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. A strength conditioning coach for the Kansas City Chiefs, along with a member of the Chicago Bears practice squad, have both tested positive for the coronavirus. Tracing is ongoing for both clubs, per Schefter. Chicago's facility has been closed since Thursday night after the Bears beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Soldier Field to open up Week 5. Meanwhile, Kansas City is set to host the Las Vegas Raiders at Arrowhead Stadium on Sunday afternoon. Now, this is the second in-season positive test for reigning Super Bowl champs, as Chiefs practice squad quarterback Jordan Ta'amu tested positive leading up to Kansas City's Week 4 matchup with the Patriots. That game was rescheduled following Ta'amu's positive test, along with New England starting quarterback Cam Newton. Also, Patriots cornerback Stephon Gilmore, who played 100% of the defensive snaps in that game and was seen shaking hands with Patrick Mahomes, tested positive for COVID-19 following the contest. Now, outside of the strength conditioning coach, however, there have currently been no word of any player testing positive at this point. Now, as for the Bears, this is the first instance in season that they have had a member of their team test positive. Stay tuned for more on this story. And, oh boy, the nightmare continues for the NFL. Okay, let's go on, but not everything is bad news. Let's get you some good news for the Jets ahead of Sunday's game. Le'Veon Bell has been activated. The New York Jets announced that they have activated Le'Veon off of injured reserve, paving the way for the running back to return to action when the club hosts the Arizona Cardinals tomorrow at MetLife Stadium. Now, Bell was originally placed on injured reserve back on September 15th due to a hamstring injury that he suffered in the opener against the Bills, and he's been out ever since. Now, prior to going down with the injury, Bell was able to rush the ball 6 times for 14 yards and catch 2 passes for 32 yards in the eventful 27-17 loss. He was able to suit up and practice all week, and head coach Adam Gase noted that the veteran back looked good. Bell's in the second season with the Jets after signing a 4-year, $52.5 million contract with New York in 2019. Last season, he totaled 1,250 yards from scrimmage and 4 total touchdowns in 15 games played. Now, during his absence, Frank Gore has taken the reins in the backfield. While Bell will all but certainly take back his starting spot, Gore could be involved in this game as the Jets may not want to re-aggravate that hamstring injury. Now, along with activating Bell off of injured reserve, the Jets announced they have signed offensive lineman Jimmy Murray to the active roster and released linebacker Alec Ogletree and wide receiver Josh Malone. The club also elevated corner Lamar Jackson and quarterback Mike White from the practice squad to the active roster leading up to this Week 5 matchup. And we'll, of course, hear from the rabbi a little bit later on with the glorious picks of the week 5. And I say glorious, don't I? Yes, I did. Mm-hmm. More fun, the NBA, which has had a lot to think about in these past few weeks. Well, after all the excitement at the end of the Miami Heat's game, that the LA Lakers survived a major injury scare in the first quarter. Star big man Anthony Davis went down clutching his Achilles area, but thankfully it turned out he had only re-aggravated an existing heel contusion. Though hobbled at times, Davis played 42 minutes in the game and is expected to be ready to go for Sunday's Game 6, along with good news on the injury front. He's also received clearance on the disciplinary front as well. Some sharp-eyed viewers noticed that Davis had an ugly off-ball incident with Jay Crowder in Game 5 that could have resulted in consequences from the league. But after reviewing the play, the league determined there was nothing further to do with this, and Davis won't face any punishment. Now, early in the third quarter, Davis and Crowder got tangled up while the Heat forward tried to cut to the basket. They collapsed awkwardly on top of each other, and as they stood up, Davis appeared to swing his arm back and make contact with Crowder's head. It wasn't really a punch, nor was it an elbow, but the exact definition doesn't matter too much, as this was clearly not a basketball play. There were, however, calls from Heat fans on social media for Davis to be suspended for Game 6, with comparisons made to Draymond Green after the fact. It's important to remember, though, that Green wasn't suspended just because of that call, but rather because it meant he crossed the threshold of too many flagrant foul points in the playoffs. Davis wasn't in that situation, so it was always unlikely that he was actually going to be suspended. However, it is a bit surprising, like they did after Davis returned to Game 5 following his injury concern. The Lakers and their fans cannot breathe a sigh of relief that this situation wasn't more serious. Plan your parade. And right now, it is time, I do believe, as we get to 11:45. It is time during our, well, not yet, though, but I get ready. Well, actually, it is time that we give you the college football scoreboard, not sponsored by Prudential, for your home, life, auto, and other type insurance. Get a piece of the rock. Prudential Insurance. We gotta tape the commercial. Anyway, we'll get you the college football scoreboard right here, right now. Not sponsored by Prudential. We have. Let's take it in one time, kids. Our first matchup comes from Alabama. No, not yet. We'll save that one. Oh, okay. We got some final scores. South Carolina over Vanderbilt, 41-7. 8th ranked North Carolina over 19th ranked Virginia Tech, 56-45. Oklahoma whipped 22 ranked Texas in not one, not two, not three, but 4 overtimes. How many overtimes? 4 overtimes. Somebody get Gus Johnson some throat lozenges or some chloroseptic throat spray. He may need it. This game went 4 overtimes. Final score, Oklahoma 53. The 22nd ranked Texas Longhorns 45. This, I think, was predicted by Jim Ross on Wednesday night on TNT, the AEW show. AEW All Elite Wrestling Wednesday Night Dynamite, when at the end of the broadcast he said, beat Texas. As you know, Jim Ross is from Oklahoma and he bleeds Oklahoma red. That's right, folks. Anyway, we continue on. North Carolina State defeated Virginia 38-21. 21st ranked Texas A&M over 4th ranked Florida 41-38. Missouri, in somewhat of a quiet upset, defeated number 17 LSU. Thank you. That's our upset siren. Should anything happen, well, that was somewhat of an upset. Liberty had Justice for All against UL of Monroe, the University of Louisiana Monroe, 40-7. Duke over Syracuse, the Orange people. And if WLNS 6 sports personality Alex Sims, who I do believe is of the Orange consent, she's got to be a little happy, a little unhappy at the score, but a little happy that Syracuse made a game out of it. Duke beat Syracuse 38-24. Army defeated the Citadel 14-9. Very simple score. Number 3 Georgia outwitted number 14 Tennessee 44-21. Arkansas State, or as they say way down south, Arkansas State, defeated Central Arkansas 50-27. Number 24 ranked Iowa State defeated Texas Tech 31-15. Troy defeated Texas State 37-17. 15th ranked BYU over University of Texas San Antonio 27-20. Middle Tennessee flipped the middle finger to FIU 31-28. Boston College in overtime defeated Pittsburgh 31-30. 13th ranked Auburn defeated Arkansas 30-28. Kansas State defeated TCU 21-14. The Navy, where you can sail the 7 seas in the Navy. You know the rest of that song. We can only say about 8 seconds of it. Navy defeated Temple 31-29. East Carolina defeated South Florida 44-24. Kentucky defeated Mississippi State by a score, and this is no error, 24-2. They get a safety and they still lose by 22. Kentucky 24, Mississippi State 20. Kentucky 24, Mississippi State dose, otherwise known as 2. We are Marshall. We are winners. They whipped Western Kentucky 38-14. Louisiana Tech defeated UTEP, or University of Texas El Paso. Down in El Paso, 21-17. Louisiana Tech, a winner. Number 1 ranked Clemson is going to remain number 1 after they walloped Miami of Florida 42-17. Number 5, Notre Dame, touchdown Jesus, came out for that one and beat up Florida State 42-26. Let's save the Alabama Ole Miss one for the last one, shall we? Okay, because we got about 4 others here, and we're going to do that. Charlotte over North Texas 49-21. Georgia Tech over Louisville, 46-27. Houston over Tulane, 49-31. Your postponed games were FAU and Southern Miss, UAB and Rice, and 23 Louisiana and Appalachian State were also postponed. Now, let's take you to number 2 ranked Alabama against Ole Miss, and I'll tell you this, the college football playoff, folks, I have a feeling there's going to be a battle of SEC biggies because, oh my God, this was a barker. Why? Because Alabama whipped Ole Miss 63-48. Wow. That, well, all I'm going to say is, wow. That was a score to beat all scores. And there you just go right there, partner. Now, we know Nick Rekida's not doing any streams tonight, so we have no worry about doing any promos for Nick's show. But if you want to some of the shows you may have missed, go to Rekita Law channel and enjoy the best of Rekita. All right. But let's see what we do have for tonight. Maybe he does shock. Maybe he will shock us tonight. I don't think so. The only thing live is, of course, our show. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else live living. Yeah, live living or living on the. Take a look at some good stuff. Feel free on YouTube channels. And there you go. That's it on the pre-news look. Gee, lost and alone here. Okay, let's give you some. Let's take a look at some headlines from our friends at Awful Announcing, and we'll give you some wrestling reports too, as well. So stand by, kids. Here we go. Well, ESPN in the Kentucky game had a little problem. That's right. They had a wee bit of a little problem during their college football show or college football broadcast. And here, ongoing COVID-19 restrictions have led to a lot of sports events being called remotely, and that produced an interesting situation during the SEC Network's coverage of the Mississippi State-Kentucky game Saturday night. As you know, the SEC Network is powered by ESPN. Play-by-play broadcaster Tom Hart was calling the game from his studio, working with analyst Jordan Rogers in his own home studio, and field analyst Cole Kublik on the sidelines in Lexington. And when Hart's house experienced a power outage and set off his home alarm, that led to both Rogers and Kublik filling in on play-by-play early in the third quarter. If you excuse me. That's obviously not something you expect to see during a broadcast, but it's perhaps an increased possibility with the amounts of games being called remotely at the moment. At any rate, Kublik and Rogers did a very impressive job of filling in for Hart during the disruption. And when he came back online, excuse the expression, it was like nothing had happened. Luckily, well, we don't have that problem here because I'm only on for an hour. And on Sunday, I'm on for an hour. Ain't that a hoot? And sadly, it kind of looks like the Pac-12 networks may have finally figured out something. Would you like to know what that is? Well, back in 2019, it was reported that the Pac-12 turned down an offer from ESPN to distribute the Pac-12 networks in exchange for an extension of their rights agreement that would have given ESPN the Pac-12 rights well into the 2030s. It was as big a sign as any that Larry Scott and the Pac-12 were betting on themselves for when their current TV rights deal with Fox and ESPN end in 2024. Well, despite the fact that the Pac-12 schools weren't getting as much revenue as expected, And there were plenty of grumblings about the viability of their media footprint. It seemed better to maintain control over their West Coast empire than hope for a bidding war when the time comes. Well, guess what? To borrow a line from Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd, along with Ralph Bellamy and, oh God, I know I'm going to screw up the other gentleman. It wasn't Vic Ramone, no. Jeez. Uh, no, was it? I know one was Ralph Bellamy. Who was the other? Ralph and Mortimer Duke. Ralph Bellamy and who was the other guy? It wasn't Vic Damone, people. Come on. Come on, guys. They played the Duke brothers. Hmm. I know one was Ralph Bellamy, and the other one was Don Amici. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody in the control room did that. And the gentleman representing the New York Stock Exchange went up to both of them, and they realized they were outconned by our heroes, Murray and Aykroyd. The man who represented the New York Stock Exchange said, "Quorum call, gentlemen." Well, guess what? I have a feeling there's going to be a quorum call coming soon about the Pac-12 network. Now, despite the fact, well, I've already read that part, so much of the Pac-12 network's birth was flash and hype, the way that Scott and his cohorts spoke about the early days and its potential. You would have thought it soon rivaled some of the Silicon Valley neighbors close to their high-profile and very high-cost San Francisco headquarters. A quote from Chris Bevlakwa, CEO of Bevlaka Media Corp and the Pac-12 Media Advisor, back in 2012. Ha ha! No, I'm not good as Mickey Mouse, though I think I will. Ha ha! No, I'll do it as Goofy. Well, we had always envisioned that we could create a media company. Ha ha! Yeah, we did. Ha ha ha! Well, we didn't know how and who and what bill, but it became pretty clear to us because of what we retained. We had quality enough content that we could go directly to the distributors and have our own negotiations without a middleman. Yuck. Yeah, they got the best of both worlds. Ha ha! Guaranteed economics and broad-based exposure on News Corp and Disney platforms. Ha ha ha! Yeah, plus a direct relationship with their cable customers and 100% equity. Gee, Mickey, we should have thought of that when we bought the Fox Entertainment Group. Ha 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 ha! Real Star Wars. Ha ha ha! Now in 2020, it feels like the jig and the gig and all that is finally up. Now, before the pandemic hit, Pac-12 Networks was already scaling back its efforts after years of failing to meet its goals and financial forecast. Quorum call, gentlemen. But we don't have $350 million. An attempt to sell a 10% stake in the media company went nowhere. All the while, Scott continued to spend lavishly on himself and his position. In August, they held their second round of layoffs since COVID-19 hit, which included the whole digital team at the Pac-12 network, responsible for the social media app and web presence of the conference-centric network. There you go. The Oregonian's John Canzano, who's been covering the Pac-12 networks and its failings for a while now, reported that this week that, to the surprise of nobody, the entire history of the media company had been smoke and mirrors pretty much from the beginning. one high-ranking, excuse me, I was doing Harry. Sorry, Harry. I know, flip me off once in a while. Well, one high-ranking conference official told me no media company wanted to partner with the Pac-12. ESPN declined, Fox, CBS, even the Discovery Channel declined. Nobody knows this. We weren't wanted. Yeah, much like me on Tinder. Nobody wanted to swipe right. Now, while we missed out on a lot of fun memes involving Pac 12 football on the Discovery Channel, maybe they should have tried Animal Planet. It's a sobering reminder that everything that's come to pass with the Pac 12 network probably could have been predicted if people were less taken in by flashy words and paid attention to the reality of the situation. And the reality of the situation is the Pac 12 network was literally dying on the vine the first month it began. And the only option the Pac 12 had was to launch a network itself. It's since been recast as some forward thinking, ambitious endeavor led by Scott. The truth of the matter is, the Pac 12 misread the market, then tried to shift the narrative. It helps explain why it ultimately failed in so many glaring ways, including gobbling up 170,000 square feet of expensive downtown San Francisco real estate for the studios. I don't think anyone who was sitting in the room at the table at the various meetings, including the presidents and consultants, knew what they were doing. You see, that's where they did wrong. They hired consultants. Said the sorts. Nobody had launched a network and knew what it would take. Really? I think we know the words for that, don't we, kids? Yes, I think we do too. Here are the words. Now, according to Canzano, Pac 12 Networks hasn't spoken recently with furloughed network employees about what the future will hold, even as Scott and other network executives fast tracked their bonuses to make sure they got them. The league recently announced that it will start playing football games at 9 a.m. Pacific on Fox in order to generate the kind of exposure and revenue that the Pac 12 networks were supposed to create on their own. The league will lean on Fox, ABC, and ESPN to broadcast their games as their own internal media staff is as bare bones as it can be, though Canzano says they're still trying to figure out who will carry the non-championship games during the weekend of December 18th to 19th. Conference rep told Canzano that during the course of the season, Pac-12 networks will be producing football content that will be distributed across the full breadth of Pac-12 networks' media platforms. Well, it's unclear what that entails. The networks are also contractually obligated to broadcast men and women's basketball games this season. But other than that, as for that 2024 TV rights renegotiation, whatever leverage Pac 12 thought it might have had, seems to have evaporated, or maybe it never existed in the first place, from the Oregonian and our friends at Awful Announcing. That is rough. If they only would just have. We continue. Here we go. Let's see. We shall. You want to do the baseball thing? Let's not do the baseball thing. We got about 12:05. What's next? I think we're done here with the awful announcing shtick. Okay, kids, guess what it's time for? It's time for us to stall a little bit so we can get our good stuff here. And that means I got to There we go. Hey. Okay, it is time once again, kids, that we do this with honesty and an entire directive. That's right. It is time to go rapping with the rabbi, and we'll try to get the rabbi live from the VFL, the Vatican Football League headquarters, across the road from the very Vatican to which the Pope is in. Yes, indeed. And right now, trying to get things going so you can hear him live, and everybody will be happy, and happy. I hope everyone will be happy. Let's get to the. Do we have everything? Yes, we do. Oh, goody. Oh, goody. Everything is all right. Okay. And before we do the intro, we just want to say the rabbi didn't do too bad. 45, 16, and 1, which is 700, which is a 0.725 or 72%. Not a bad idea if you happen to be the rabbi. And boys, rabbi is not ready yet. Oh boy, we forgot about that, didn't we? Did we get everything? Yes, we did. Okay. Then let's get to the rabbi. And, well, let's show the thing. And with our beloved man, it's time for the rabbi. Right? Hopefully we got the board. We're going to try to get some electronic credits, but hey, there we are. It's rapping with the rabbi. Harry, do your stuff. Thank you, Steve, and it is rapping with the rabbi. And here he is live from the Vatican Football League. Rabbi, Monsignor Rabbi. Yes, that is right. Get it right there, Harold. Monsignor Rabbi Hiram Shecky Fleischman. Why do you want to mention my brother all the time? You know, Hiram Shecky Schweitz. He's a good man. He's a good man. I love him. Okay, let's get to the predictions so we can do this, have a little fun, and make a little cheese here. All right. As I said, I didn't do too bad. But here we go. Carolina Panthers, 2-2. Atlanta Falcons, 0-4. No contest here. We're going to give the Carolina Panthers the blessing with a 27-14 victory over Atlanta. And it'll be that time when Atlanta will fire their coach afterwards. Arizona Cardinals, 2-2, take on the New York Jets, also 0-4. Or 0-4. They're about to go 0-5. I look for the Cardinals to sneak a last-second field goal and win 28-12. The Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles, 1-2-1, go up against Pittsburgh Steelers. Are you kidding? This Battle of Pennsylvania? The Steelers, the Curtain, will continue to hold true, and Roethlisberger's arm will sail through with flying colors. Give the Steelers 34-20 over the Eagles. The Los Angeles Rams, 3-1, are in Washington. 1-3. Make it 4-1. The Rams over Washington, 20-7. The 4 o'clock Fox game is the Miami Dolphins 1-3 at the San Francisco 49ers 2-2. I look at this and say, oy, what a game. San Francisco to beat Miami 39-17. Now let's go to the CBS games. Jacksonville Jaguars, 1 o'clock ones. The Jacksonville Jaguars 1-3 at the Houston Texans 1-3. Houston will win this one easily, 20-7. Cincinnati Bengals 1-2-1 at the Baltimore Ravens 3-1. Baltimore Ravens, you got them, you have them, you love them. They're going to go 4-1. Baltimore over Cincinnati, 27-17. Los Angeles Raiders 2-2 at the Kansas City Chiefs 4-0. Make it 5-0. Kansas City, even though one or maybe two members of their team may be down with COVID, Kansas City will be still as strong as ever. They will give the Raiders fits, and they will win 27-21. The 4:25 CBS games. New York Giants 0-4 at Dallas Cowboys 1-3. Well, this is an annual tradition, but we're going to give it to them anyway. Dallas 17, New York Giants 10. Indianapolis Colts 3-1 at Cleveland Browns 3-1. This is a toss-up game if I ever saw one, and I did. But even though it is a toss-up, I'm going with the Cleveland Browns to defeat the Indianapolis Colts 27-7. The Sunday night NFL game on NBC has the Minnesota Vikings 1-3 at the Seattle Seahawks 4-0, make it 5-0. Seattle 20, Minnesota 15. And the doubleheader special on ESPN Monday night, 5 p.m. The Denver Broncos 1-3 at the New England Patriots 2-2. Give this one to the Patriots. They'll break out of their slump. And Bill Belichick will continue to eat those meatball subs at Subway. Give it to the Patriots 28-27. And the 9 o'clock game, the Los Angeles Chargers 1-3 at the New Orleans Saints 2-2. Give it to the Saints 30-27. And finally, the CBS Tuesday night NFL special. Stop that. I said the Tuesday night special, not the Sunday night movie. Buffalo Bills 4-0 at Tennessee Titans 3-0. I'm going Buffalo. 27-24. And that's it in a nutshell. I am Monsignor Rabbi Hiram Shecky Fleischman from the Vatican Football League across the road from the famed Vatican and the St. Peter's Basilica, saying blessings to all. May all your football games go straight right and give you the wins you want to impress your loved ones and to impress those people at work. Till then, I'll see you next Thursday with another edition of Rappin' with the Rabbi. Okay, thank you very much, Rabbi. And there they are, all the predictions that you need to know. Gee, that was fun, wasn't it? Yes, indeed. And if you'll excuse me. Ah, there you are. Hi. You want up? You want up? Meet my friends? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You always come up here, sweetie. You want to come on up? Come on up. No, you don't want to come on up. I'm gonna grab you and get you up here. Okay, we got plenty of time. And my friends want to see you. Yeah. Oops. Well, okay. Okay, you don't want to come up? Say hi to me. Whoa. If you don't want to come up, say hi to me. Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. You're wondering what I'm doing. I'm trying to get Uno up here to see you guys, but apparently Uno doesn't want to say hi to people today. Gee, he was a friendly person. Just man, there's got to be something wrong with this chair. You been up here lately? You want up here? Come on. Anyway, yeah, I'm getting. I'm gonna try to get Uno up here. Come on. There you go. Yeah, that's yours. Okay, anyway. There you go. You're a sweetie. You're a little sweetheart. Yes, you little sweetheart. Okay. You want to come up after you eat? Feel free. Okay. That's Rapping with the Rabbi Hiram Shecky Fleischman. Let's put it this way. We try to bring you the best, if not the best. So let's keep you going here. And let's tell you that tonight or today, oh man, at the Roval in Charlotte, North Carolina. Hi. In the Roval in North Carolina, they had the Xfinity race, and wow, I mean that speedway must have done something with that track. Of course, with the rain that they had today, I mean they were racing on it. It's part road course, part of course oval course. But I got to tell you, it was something to see. A monsoon, when it was sunshine, that was incredible. That was an incredible race. And here are the folks that did it again. There was some laughter in the rain that came from Eric Allmendinger, who repeated at the Charlotte Roval in a rain-soaked overtime finish to take the Xfinity Series race. And that was exciting. He prevailed in a hard-fought NASCAR Xfinity Series playoff race and ended in overtime on the Charlotte Motor Speedway Roval. Where are you? Here, thank you. Yeah. Saturday night, after a long afternoon negotiating the road course in rainy conditions. Thank you, guys. Against a field of drivers with championship hopes on the line, the veteran edge 22-year-old Nash. I have a teleprompter that is not making my life insane here. 22-year-old Noah Gragson by a mere 0.445 seconds in a rooster tail run to the checkered flag. It marked the second win for Allmendinger in the number 16 Haug Racing Chevrolet, and his second career win on the Roval. Daniel Hemrick, Alex Leib, and Ross Chastain rounded out the top five. Team Penske's Austin Cindric, Cody Ware, Jade Buford, Michael Annett, and Brandon Jones completed the top 10. It was the Drive for the Cure 250. It was the final race in round of 12 of the Xfinity Series playoffs, with Chase Briscoe, Cindric, Justin Allgaier, Gregson, Justin Haley, Jones, Chastain, and Ryan Zieg advancing to next three race round of playoff competition that begins next week in Kansas. Drivers Harrison Burton, Brandon Brown, Mike Lynette, and Riley Herbst were eliminated from playoff contention at Charlotte. With the challenging weather conditions, heavy rain, and high winds, it was a victory Allmendinger conceded he would remember for a while, a race the whole field will remember for a while. And man, oh man, how they did it, it amazes me how they did it. Anyway, there you go on the NASCAR scene. Right now, we're going to do what we do naturally. Let's give our friends here a shout of hello from Facebook, Twitter, and the Gram. So let's get to it. But before we do, I just got to tell you that tomorrow night at 11 o'clock, it begins with the Last Call Cafe on Spreaker. And 11:30, it's Wrestle Anime Hut. It's Jada Brain Man presents Wrestle Anime Hut starring Jada Brain Man, Steve the Baxman Baxley at 11:30. And then at midnight, check us out here on YouTube for all your sports reports and your sports stuff, including who is going to be the big winner in the basketball game, the NBA Finals, which continues to try and find new ways to suck, ratings-wise. Okay, we say hello to Angela Peterson, Christina Peterson, Yuki Tanaka, Anne-Marie Mann, Jay the Brain Man, Matthew Nichols, Jerry Nichols, Nancy Nichols, Roman Davis, Bruto Metzler, Brian Mann, Cleo Glide, Itanji, the Jewish rapper, the whole Reffin Show, Jeff Bundy, the lovely Miss Liberty Lang, Tyke Prado, Alan, David, Rolfe, Deshaun Whipple, Chris Lewis, referee Russ Kimball, Chris French, Phil Monahan, Todd Clampfer, Danielle Wilcox-Graves, Sarah Baxley Legrand, Myra Baxley, Dwight Duan. I'm going to get people's names right. Dallas LaPlante, Susan M. Harold Bickford, Jennifer Finney, Chuck Cook, Yvonne Marie, Tony Pickrell, Ricky Pickrell, Michael Pickrell, get well, and you can fight, Mike. Want to see you alive and well and ready to kick ass. They're going to kick cancer's ass immediately. We say hello to Alan Oberoff, The Real Deal, Linda Steele, Marielle Liu, Kimberly Butler, January J. Keaton, Dixie, her little baby girl. We also say hi to Brenda Dixon, Brenda Gaminsky. We also say hi to Jude Salazar Cooter. And congratulations on your marriage. Mazel tov. And we say also hello to the gang over at Viz Media. Who else do we say hi to? We say hi and hello to Cassie Little, Helena Kirby, Mari Woods, Vanessa Elise Messenger. How you doing? Jeff Rollo, Dale Sankey, Blind Lemon, Marley Wiley. Of course, we also say hi to Melissa Coates, to Sabu, to let's see here. I am really having a blast, aren't I? Yes, I are. Yes, Claudia Treos, Stuart Wilkinson, Shelley and Rayanne, The fine folks, yeah, Eric Thompson, and a whole lot of others on Facebook. I want to say hi to my Twitter friends, Mandy Summers, Peter Gilmore, Wyatt Holiday, Hanstar, Kellyanne Collins, and want to say hi also to Ivy McKellen. How you doing? To Rebecca and a few other nice people on Twitter. Peter Oida, Louisa Fernanda, Kami Mark from Comicsgate. Who else? I know. Charlie's London. Stacy Hayes, Amy Hayes, Frida Hayes, Morris Hayes, Medusa Michelli, Alex Sims, Travis, Audrey Dahlgren, Nick Mantis. We'll also say hello to Brad Shepard as well. All my friends on Twitter, on Instagram, people like Crashdown321. We also say hello to Jessica Hall, to Triple G, to Andrea Isom, Charlie's London. We also say hi to Dorothy Malone. And, wow. Courtney, Lynn, Elwood, and all my friends on the gram. And we're slowing down because it is time to get you sped up. It's time for the scoreboard before we take our leave of this little night of nights. Where literally the schwitz is hitting the fan here. And then we say our good nights. A little reminder, please join me at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday afternoons, for our recap of the 1 o'clock NFL games on after the first half, and then following Sunday night football and a few other things. We hope you'll tune in for Steve Baxley Sports Final as we bring you our mini wrap-up of every football game tonight, including the Sunday night ones. And it is definitely going to be a memorable week 5. I will bet you on that. Wow. Okay. Excuse me. The yawns are worth it. Okay, let's get you some soccer action and then some baseball and a few other things along the way. In the UEFA Nations League, League A in Europe, have we some fun for you? At least I hope we do. Oops, thank you. I don't think we needed that. No, we needed Saturday. Thank you, guys. Today is Saturday, so let's get Saturday on the route here. Okay. In the UEFA Nations League, League A section in Europe, Spain defeated Switzerland 1-0. Germany defeated Ukraine 2-0. In League C, Luxembourg defeated Cyprus 2-0. Montenegro defeated Azerbaijan 2-0. In League D, the Faroe Islands and Latvia ended up in a 1-1 tie. Gibraltar beat Liechtenstein 1-0, and Malta and Andorra ended up in a goose egg tie. In basketball, in the Euroliga, Zalgiris Kaunas defeated Kamiki 84-70. In Liga A action in Italy, Cremona over Virtus Bologna 95-92. Fortitudo Bologna over Trento 93-70. In Spain, it was Guipuzcoa over Basket Zaragoza 70-67. Morabanc Andorra over Manresa 69-64. We bing the bell because, as they say, yes, friends, 69 is a workable number. Murcia over Real Betis 74-72. Tenerife over Fuenlabrada 91-87. In Swedish hockey action, it was Oskarshamn over Djurgårdens 4-3. And after penalty shots in extra time, it was Brnaz over Lulia 3-2. Rogol over Orboro 3-1. Skellefteå over Växjö 3-1. Farstad over HV71 3-2. Leksands over Linköpings 4-1. In Finland, here we go. Helsinki and Tappara. Helsinki defeated Tappara 3-2. Turku over Jukrit 4-1. Karpat over Pelicans 5-2. Lukko over Salpa 3-0. Kuku over Ilves 4-2. Kalpa over JYP 3-0. Vasen Sport over Hammarlina 1-0. In Japanese baseball, the Yomiuri Giants took the Chunichi Dragons through the ringer 7-1 the final score. 7-12-0 for the Giants, 1-7-0 for the Dragons. Rodriguez gets the loss for the Dragons. He's 2-4. Hataki gets the win for the Giants. He's 3-3. The Fukuoka Silverhawks over the Chibalati Marines 5-1, 5-9-0 for the Hawks, 1-5-1 for the Marines. Higashiyama for the Silverhawks gets the win. He's 7-1. Nakamura gets the loss. He's 2-5. The Yokohama Bay Stars over the Hanshin Tigers 5-2, 5-12-1 for the Bay Stars, 3-7-2 for the Tigers. Gunkel got the loss for the Tigers. He's 1-4. Ice got the win in chilling form. 1-love is his record, 1-0. The Nippon Ham Fighters over the York Buffaloes, 4-0, 4-9-0 for the Fighters, 0-6-0 for the Buffaloes. Arihara for the Ham Fighters gets the win. He's 6-8. Yamaoka gets the loss. He's 2-4. And the Hiroshima Carp over the Yakut Swallows, 3-0, 3-7-0 for Hiroshima, and 0-5-1 for the Yakut Swallows. Rashida for the Carp gets the win. He's 8-3. Suarez gets the loss. He's 4-2. A couple of games just starting. The second game of the doubleheader, the first one was canceled. So the second game is in the second inning. It is Goose Eggs, 0-0. And in the third inning, the Rakuten Golden Eagles over the Seibu Lions, 2-0. In South Korean baseball, yes, it's been very good to me. The LG Twins over the NC Dinos, 5-0, 5-7-0 for the Twins, 0-5-0 for the Dinos. The Kiwoom Heroes over the Hanwha Eagles, 3-0, 3-7-0 for the Heroes, 0-2-1 for the Eagles. The SK Wyverns over the Kia Tigers, 2-1, 2-4-0 for the Wyverns, 1-4-0 for the Tigers. Doosan Bears swapped the KT Wiz Swan by a score of 13-8, 13-18-1 for the Bears, 8-14-1 for the Swan. LG Twins over the NC Dinos in the second game. Swap them. 9-5. What a way to make a living. 9-9-0 for the Twins, 5-13-0 for the Dinos. And the Samsung Lions the Lottie Giants defeated the Samsung Lions 1-0, 1-6-0 for the Giants, 0-3-2 for the Lions. And that, for want of a better word, is the final score. And that's it for Steve Baxley Sports Final. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley for Franklin Pangborn and Harry Von Stuttgart and our entire crew. Thank you for watching and listening, and we'll see you tomorrow night right after Sunday Night Football and I think the NBA Finals as well. So we'll check in. Hopefully, Los Angeles will win. If not, we go to Game 7. We'll give you the football scores and everything else you need, all the sports and information. It's going to be one hell of a Super Saturday tomorrow. Not Super Saturday, Super Sunday tomorrow. I'll get things right. Or my name isn't whatever my name is. Until tomorrow night at midnight Eastern Time here on youtube.com/Lugnut6. I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley saying, no matter what sport you love, may your favorite team always be winners, and good night, America, wherever and whomever you are. There's been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports, and of course, YouTube. Thanks, guys, for being a part of it, and we're going to try to get better and better. Thanks. Good night, everybody.